Hello, welcome to another video, another day of Vida, another video for you. Hope you're still enjoying it. Today, as you can tell from the title and the thumbnail, I'm going to be reacting to my These Books Will Self-Destruct in 12 Months video that I did a little bit under 12 months ago. I think it's probably about 11 months ago, but I was thinking about this video the other day and thought, did I unhaul all of them? That was gonna make for a really bad video. So I thought, because I think that's what I've already done, that I had better do this, like, sooner rather than later, because I'm not sure, so we'll see. But yeah, I found myself thinking about it and thinking, I can't remember what was in it, I can't remember if I have unhauled them, so we're gonna find out. If you're unfamiliar with the concept of These Books Will Self-Destruct in 12 months, it's an idea that I got from Becca. Becca's done it a few times on her channel, Becca in the Books. I will link hers down below. Basically, it's a selection of books that if you don't read within 12 months, you should unhaul, because you were unsure about them a year ago, you're still never going to read them. So we'll see what was in mine, if I unhauled them, and if there's any left, because some of the ones that I think were on here are definitely gone. So yeah, I will pop the video up here, but I will be watching it on my phone down here, so hopefully you can hear it. But let's see what's in it. Without further rambling, let's just get to. First up, we have Satellite by Nick Lake. This was entirely a cover purchase. Okay, first up, I still have that. I'm surprised that the first book I mention I still have. Let me grab it. Ta-da! Here it is. I do still have Satellite by Nick Lake. I'm still not sure if I want to read it. A part of me wants to hold on to it just because it's a sci-fi, but I'm not going to read it, clearly. So, apparently, this one's going bye-bye. Awesome. Okay. This is about a 15-year-old boy who comes to Earth for the first time, I think. Yeah, 15-year-old Leo has never set foot on the Earth. Born and raised with twin Orion and Libra on the Moon 2 space station, Leo has grown up in the most extraordinary way. The time has come now for the trio to make their first flight home to Earth, but they cannot imagine the terrible consequences that their return will set into motion. One boy's epic journey to discover where he truly belongs. Yeah, and actually, just having a flick through here, I think the writing style would wind me up, because there are 0 capital letters, and it's written weirdly. Yeah, I'm unhauling this. Whoops. Let's see what else I talk about. Next up is All the Crooked Saints by Maggie Stiefvater. I have been debating unhauling this for so long, because lots of people don't like it. And lots of people say it's not. It's gone. I already unhauled it. That's a simple one. Yeah, I was debating unhauling it for a while, and I clearly did an intense unhaul and got rid of it. So I don't have to worry about that one anymore. Awesome. Next up is The Stormcrow by Kaylin Josephson. This is an ARC copy that came in a very late box, but it went on sale July 2019, so if this is an ARC copy. I've also unhauled that. Elemental Crows sounded interesting, but a lot of people told me that it really wasn't, and was not something for me, which is a shame, because I normally love birds on covers, but The Stormcrow by Kaylin Josephson was, yeah, unhauled whenever I did an unhaul, and I don't have that anymore. Sweet. Simple. Next. Next up is Wicked Fox by Kat Cho, or I think this has another name as well, which is like Domiko? I don't know. This came in a value box, and I unhauled that as well. Nothing about that book was interesting to me. I was not intrigued at all, really. I mean, I've heard some decent things about it, but it just didn't sound up my street at all. It's about a Gumiho whose bead that allows her to feed on men, like it goes missing, and then a guy helps her, but it's very romancy from the sounds of it, and not for me. So yeah, I did unhaul that one. It's gone. Another simple one. Awesome. Next up, we have Eveless by Sarah Holland. The concept of this sounds really interesting to me. And it's that... The concept may have sounded interesting to me, but apparently not that interesting, because I've unhauled it! It's gone! I clearly didn't unhaul and forgot about this video, because I unhauled all of these. Wow, okay, we're gonna move on. It's not looking good, is it? Next up is Moonchosen by PC Cast, and I would be completely lying if I... Did I unhaul this? Yes. Yes, I did. Because I knew I was never going to read it. It was a beautiful book, like a beautiful book that I was kind of upset to see go because it's a gorgeous cover, but I was never going to read that. So that's gone too. Whoopsie-daisy. I don't even know what that one was about, to be honest. I cannot remember, nor do I care to look it up. Like, it's just not one that interests me. Next up is To Best the Boys by Mary Webber. This, again, came in a Fairy Loot box and is one that I have not been... I think I recently unhauled that one. Like, it was on my shelf for a little bit longer than the others, but I have unhauled it. I've heard that the one interesting thing that was in the blurb for that one isn't really present for a lot of the book, and it just isn't what it was sold to be and wasn't that great. So I'm not sad to have seen that go. It's unhauled though. This is about a world where like the boys get these fancy scholarships and they have to go into this like labyrinth thing, and this girl wants to do it, so she goes into the labyrinth herself as well. And tries to best the boys. I've heard some pretty meh things about that, so it's okay that it's gone. I clearly knew that I didn't want to read it because it's gone. Next up is The Surface Breaks by Louise O'Neill. This is a Little Mermaid retelling that was quite hyped at the time of its release. I bought it and thought it was pretty and had all intention to read it and still haven't. And it's been a long time and I still haven't because I unhauled that as well. Little Mermaid retelling, the cover was beautiful. A Little Mermaid retelling hasn't done anything for me in a really long time, so I'm not sad to have seen that go. I'm not really disappointed that I didn't read it. Again, I've heard some pretty meh things about it. Nothing spectacular, so not sad to see the back end of that one, and yeah, I already unhauled it. I am awful. Did I read any of these? Apparently not. Next. Next up, we have The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. This I got around its release, which was 2018 again, and have not... I unhauled that one too. Okay, yeah, I unhauled that one too. That one did sound a little bit more interesting to me, but it had been on my shelf for such a long time that I was realistically never going to read it, so it's gone. Whoop-de-doo. That one was about a girl who visits her grandmother in the Hazelwood, and she's a writer of like these really famous fairy tales, but like the Hazelwood is a really mysterious place and I think someone goes missing. But yeah, I'm not interested to pick it up. Next up, we have The Beautiful by Renee Ahdieh. I have only read one book by Renee Ahdieh before, and I didn't like it. I knew I was going to say I didn't like it because I didn't like it. I don't know why I put this book on here. Probably because it was a recent Fairy Loot book at the time. But I don't like vampire books. And I don't particularly like YA murder mystery books, and I'm pretty sure that's what that is. So why I even put it on this list and didn't just immediately unhaul it, I don't know. But I have since unhauled it, and I think I unhauled it quite a while back, probably shortly after filming this. So I definitely forgot that I filmed this video, because I've unhauled it! Trend. Are we noticing a trend? Next. Next up, we have The Waking Land by Kelly Bates. This is about a young girl whose father is the king, and she is somewhat powerful, but is the king really her father? Have I got that right at all? Yes, I have got that right. It's been 14 years since the king took Alana hostage, 14 years since her father's rebellion failed, 14 years being spent raised by the man who condemned her people to misery, but the man she's come to love as a father. Okay, yeah, I unhauled that one as well, and that still doesn't sound like something I would want to read. I held on to that one for a really long time. That had been on my shelf for a long time. That was becoming a bit of a TBR vet, so again, not sad to have unhauled that because I definitely still wouldn't have read it. Not one I'm sad to see the back end of. Again, dear lord, honestly, like, we're nearly through the video. Did I read anything? Anything? Next. And then, last but not least, we have The State of Sorrow by Melinda Salisbury. I started reading this probably a couple of years ago now. When did this come out? Yeah, it was 2018, so I love how I'm looking around me to be like, is it here? Is it here? Of course it's not here. I unhauled it. It's gone. I didn't read it. And that was the 12th book. So there was 12 books that about 11 months ago I was like, will I read it? Will I not? I didn't read a single fucking one of them. I unhauled 11 of the 12. The only one I kept is Satellite, and I still haven't fucking read it. So there's 12 books that I unhauled at some point within the last year, and this one is being unhauled now. Wow, what a failure. What a failure. I need to, like, sort myself out. That was awful. Like, I had a sneaky suspicion because definitely for a good portion of the year I forgot that I had filmed that. So if I did an unhaul and was trying to be, like, brutal with it, then the ones I was unsure about, I would have got rid of. So that's clearly what I did. Well, I hope this has been somewhat entertaining for you. I did want to do the reaction to it, and I'm glad that I did. There was no point putting that off for another month because they're all gone. So yeah, I think I will do the video again with these 12 books will self-destruct in 12 months. And try and pick some that I might actually read, maybe. We'll see. Because I think it's a good way to put a time limit on some of those books that you're not sure about. Like, would I have held on to this for even longer? Probably. But this is now encouraging me to take that step to be like, let's get rid of it. So I think I'll do the video again, and maybe I'll be a little bit more successful next time. We'll see. But yeah, I unhauled every single one of those fucking books. And do I regret anything? Not really. If anything, the only thing I'm a little upset is that this might not be that entertaining for you because I don't have any, like, juicy thoughts on any books. I just fucking unhauled everything. So, yeah. That was that. But I hope you've enjoyed watching this. If you have, give us a thumbs up. Chat to me down below. Just call me out for being a failure. Like, I know that's what it's gonna be. Just do it. It's fine. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed another day of Vida, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye!